Hey y'all, I'm Larry Bird and welcome back to my kitchen. Well, when I was a kid, my mom used to make me cherry cobblers for my birthday. I decided I didn't want cake anymore. I wanted cherry cobblers. So that's what I got for my birthday pretty much every year. Now, that's what I'm going to show you today, but a couple things to think about here. You can do this very easy, which is what I'm going to do using canned fruit, pie filling, or you can do your own by using fresh cherries or whatever fruit that you wanted to use. Now, if you use cherries, you got to remember that you have to, especially if you buy fresh ones, you have to pit the cherries, which can be a real pain in the ass, but it's just what you have to do. But you can also do peach. There's my oven heating, ready to go. You can also do peach. You can do just about any fruit that you want to put it into this cobbler recipe. Now, there's two ways you can make cobbler. One using biscuit dough. So you put your filling in and you drop the biscuit dough on top and bake it, and then the cobbler is the biscuit dough. The second method, which is what I consider to be a southern cobbler, is using pie crust. And that's the method I'm going to use today. I'm going to do very easy. Again, it's going to be frozen pie crusts and then canned fruit, cherry filling to make it simple and very easy to do. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so here we go. So the pie crust we're going to use today is this. It's a Pillsbury pie crust. It's actually found in the butter section at my local Publix. It wasn't frozen. You can freeze it for use later, but they come out of the refrigerator section where the butter is in Publix, and it's 2 pie crusts included in this, and you'll use both of them for this recipe. And then this is what they look like in the package. 2 little pie crusts and separately packed. Now, what you're also going to need for this particular one, and I'm doing it again, I'm using canned, are some canned cherry filling. Now, there's 2 different kinds I have here. One's a Comstock's is more fruity, no high fructose corn syrup, and the next one is the same company, but simply pie filling, cherry, no artificial flavors or preservatives. So I'm going to mix both of these together, and we'll use this for the pie, or for the cobbler. Now, we also have a dish. This dish, I don't even know where the hell I got this dish from. I found it in my cabinet with a bunch of others. But this is about a 9x7, 2-inch deep, perfect for a small cobbler. And I'm also going to use a rolling pin to roll out the crust, and then before I use them. And then I've also got a mixture of about a teaspoon of light brown sugar and white sugar together that we'll use to sprinkle on the top once we're done. All right, let's get started here. So first thing we're going to do is our pie crust. Now, it's going to have a pie crust on the bottom. It'll have some pie crust in the middle. And it'll have some on top in the lattice to finish it off. So what we want to do is get the crust out of the package. If I get the damn package open. There we go. And we want to carefully open it. It's just rolled up. You just want to unroll it on your counter. My counter is not floured. Unroll the pie crust, and then we're gonna roll it. We're gonna use the rolling pin. Ouch. We use a rolling pin to make it a little thinner. So start in the middle and roll to the edge, putting even pressure, and then come back the other way, and do it in each direction. And do that a couple of times to get the pie crust down a little bit thinner. Okay, so now we've got a good pie crust. Now, what we're going to do first of all is we're going to get the pie crust and we're going to put it into the dish. So lift it up carefully. I'm just going to lay it in here. And what we want to do is kind of work it down so that it completely covers the inside of our dish. Being careful not to rip it. It's just take your time on this one and just get it worked down into the bottom of the dish in all the crevices, and then get it pressed down on the sides. Okay, just like that. Now we want to take a good sharp knife and cut off the excess. Now don't throw this away, because we can use this and I'll show you how later. Just go around and cut off the excess with your knife and pull it off. Now again, do not throw that away. We're going to use that a little bit later. Okay, now just get it worked in so that it's pressed onto the dish, and there are no holes or no gaps or bubbles. Now you could par bake this, but I'm choosing not to. I don't mind if this crust kind of absorbs some of the liquid, because you want that gooey kind of texture of the pie dough. At least that's the way I want it anyway. Okay, there we go. There's our internal crust ready to go. Now the next step is to get our pie filling. I'm going to put it in a bowl because I've got two different types of filling, and I want to mix them all together. Handy dandy trash can right there. Now we'll get the other one. Sticky and gooey. All right, there we go. Now what we want to do, we want to take some of this crust here, this leftover, off, and just tear pieces of it off and drop it in there. That'll be mixed in all in with the filling and give you some nice little texture within the cobbler. Just freeform it, freestyle it. Doesn't have to be pretty. Mix this all together so you got all the two different types of filling combined, and little bits of pie crust. Okay, now what we want to do, we want to pour half of our cherry mixture into the crust. Then we want to take some of this leftover dough again and just I'm going to cut it into smaller strips. We'll put it on top of the filling. Just like that, okay? See? Now we're going to add the rest of our filling. Now we're ready for crust number 2. So again, unroll it carefully. Again, we don't want to tear it. Oh, and it's tearing already. It's all right. There we go. And roll it out again, just like we did before. Okay, there we go. Now what we're going to do, we're going to make a lattice for the top of it. We're going to put some strips lengthwise and some strips this way, leaving gaps in the middle. We're not completely covering this like we would a pie. So I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to kind of even the edges up a little bit here. Okay, now what I want to do, I'm use my measuring pen, or my rolling pin to measure this length. So it's about like that. Okay, so I'll come here and I'll go right there. And I need 3 or 4 strips that length. So I'm going to do one. They're about maybe 3/4 of an inch wide. 2. Let's start with 3 and see how that looks. So pick up our strip and lay it on the side, just like that. Now, it kind of maybe seal it up to the end of the crust. Yeah, we're going to need one more, I think. If they're too short, you can stretch it. We'll do one more. Right there. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to make shorter ones for the sides, for this way. Measure it again. It's about right there. About right there. One, two, three, four. Okay. Once again, now we're not going to weave it. We're just going to lay it across. Just like that. And there we go. Looks pretty, doesn't it? Okay, now the last step is to take our sugar, which is again like a spoonful of white sugar, spoonful of light brown sugar, and sprinkle it over the top of the crust. Just get a nice sweet crust on top. You want to make sure it all has a little sprinkling of sugar on it. There we go. Now we're going to put it in the oven, and we're going to bake it at 375 degrees for 40 to 50 minutes, something like that. The top will become golden brown, and the filling will be bubbling up over the sides. So you want to put it on a sheet pan to keep it from bubbling over into your oven, just like that. Okay? So I'm going to go put it in the oven. Again, preheated at 375, 40 to 50 minutes, and then we'll take it out and let it cool, and we'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're back. The cobbler's been in the oven for about 50 minutes, and there's our finished product. Looks gorgeous. Looks gorgeous. It's got the nice lattice work of the crust on top. Great cherry filling. Can't wait to try it. All right. Take a little bit of this out of here. Now we get all the way down to get that bottom crust too, right? All right. There we go. Nice little bite. See the crust running through it. That's the cobbler piece of it, the nice crusty top, the cherry filling. Let's take a look. Let's get a bite of this. I want to get some of that bottom crust. And a little bit of the top crust. It's smoking hot still, even after resting for 15 minutes. Oh my God. Oh, holy cow. That right there is a really good southern cherry cobbler with pie dough, dumplings through it. Just absolutely amazing. I highly recommend this. Once again, you can do it making everything out yourself versus the way I did it with everything already made, canned cherries and frozen pie crust. Either way, this is fantastic. Highly recommend it. Well, I hope you liked it. If so, click the like button. And if you feel so inclined, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is at youtube.com/@LarryBirdKitchen. And until next time, hope you have a great rest of your week.